Welcome to the Brewtiful Game. As always, I am Blake here with Ferris.
Hola.
And Ron.
What's happening?
And on tonight's episode of the Brewtiful Game, London, she remains red as the Arsenal beat Tottenham 4-1 at Tottenham Stadium. We'll go over some of the rest of the matches from the Premier League this week, as that was match week 27 in our 2-minute drill. Then as the halftime whistle blows, I'll take my red cards rare and my flambe Fofana flaming as Ron shares with us all the news that's fit to drink and yet another edition of Ron's Beer News. That's a good one, Ferris.
Well done.
Then first off our Ferris, we'll check in with our Scottish correspondent, Blake McManus, as he gives us an update from the weekend on how the race for the Scottish Premiership is going before we then check on who advanced to the round of 16. Hey, up in Scandinavia, things are fun. Before we then move on to cover the first week of MLS, and we'll cover all that in our La Liga's roundup. But first, our drinks. Blake doesn't have a beer this go round.
Oh,
so yeah,
you didn't tell us that pre-pod talk.
Yeah, so I am not doing a beer this go round. What I have here is my nice commemorative opening team member of Volcano Bay glass filled with ice. You might say, good to know that it's not beer. Otherwise, you might be worried that I was.
I love it.
Yeah,
That'd be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
Have I mentioned to you guys the company that creates a thing called Jimmy Juice here?
No.
I love the name because it sounds dirty. Like if we're English, like give her a bit of Jimmy Juice. You know what I'm saying, James?
Yeah.
Like it sounds dirty, but it's called Jimmy Juice, and it is made here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And they make Jimmy Juice. It's a refreshing fizzy drink inspired by creekside culture and summer tubing adventures, named after a dog known for enjoying time by the water. It combines natural ingredients to celebrate community, joy, and nature, and with vibrant flavors evoking memories of Pakia Creek, inviting everyone to experience a sunny day at Sickman's Mill. Like Sickman's Mill, by the way, is beautiful. It's like one of those got the river by it. You go like tubing and stuff. The mill's like this old building from the 1800s. But it's family owned and operated with friends. Today, the same local spirit cultivated at Sickman's Mills continues on our new state-of-the-art facility in Millersville, PA, completely rebuilt for Jimmy Juice production for the 11,000 square foot space that allows us to keep growing while staying true to our Lancaster County roots. I have a feeling, well, I know they've been doing well and they're going to keep growing. This is what the can looks like. Kind of like an olive drab can. And this is the Blanco Fizzy, ginger fizzy. So this is a carbonated, ready to drink cocktail. This is a tequila made with natural ginger root, kind of like a ginger beer vibe that it's mixed with. So it's supposed to be kind of spicy. And as Jimmy Juice says, pour over ice to elevate your experience. This is, it's a bit concentrated. It's 8% alcohol by volume, but that technically is because you are supposed to drink it over ice. And it is a hugely popular thing here. And I got a feeling in a world where craft beer is struggling to grow, these guys have been blowing up and still doing, but they're kind of that sort of alternate market within the alcohol industry. So Jimmy Juice Blanco Ginger Fizzy, tequila
nice,
and ginger root.
Yeah.
I've not tried this. I've tried their, it's not a fruit punch, but it kind of looks like one. It's red. That's made with rum. That was really good. And they have a blood orange bourbon one. That's quite good. They had a Christmas cranberry citrus with vodka. That was premium too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah.
Our neighbors turned us on to them when they opened up the pool, and that's what they had in their coolers. And I was like, oh, this is wonderful poolside drinks.
Nice. Okay. Well, we here in the Orlando studio are going to do night 3 of Australian roulette.
And beer 4?
Yes.
Beer 4.
Day 3, beer 4.
Going back to the Australian roulette, not because you're excited to do it, but you need to get it done as quickly as possible.
Well, we said we drink them.
Yes,
we're
doing.
doing.
Well, no,
And
you said we drink them.
Besides, when someone gives you a beer put on your pod as a friend of the pod,
absolutely,
you don't turn it away.
No, you don't.
But if it's a pour out,
yep,
then you can give him about it.
Yes,
absolutely.
And thank you to our Aussie friends for providing
Reese.
Thank you, Reese.
Yeah,
for providing the beers. We certainly appreciate it.
Although you're not all that popular because none of them have been good so far.
Not really. Not really.
I think the first one in the can. First one we did was pretty
the best
good.
one.
So far, that's the best.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't remember the name of it, but
I'd have to scroll up on our chat here because we know we sent a photo of it. But I'll find that while you go over that one.
So this one from Great Northern Brewing in Queensland, Australia, is a popular 4.2 ABV, quote, full strength lager.
Oh no, I'm I'm already full strength lager. Oh, buddy.
Yep.
Oh,
when I saw
keywords in this description.
Oh,
when I saw that on the label, I was like, "Oh,
isn't that they referred to Bud Ice as?"
A full strength. Yeah. But wait till you see the presentation because that's really going to seal it for you. Yeah, that one right there.
It was the Balter Captain Sensible.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, it's a perfectly reasonable name for a beer too.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
And it wasn't a full strength, whatever you just said.
Yeah, a full strength lager known for easy drinking outdoor lifestyle. Also known for its golden color, fruity aroma, and crisp, clean finish with low bitterness. It's brewed with it's brewed by Carlton and United Breweries, who are owned by Asahi. So, gentlemen.
Did you say owned by who?
Carlton and United Breweries under the Asahi umbrella.
Oh, like the Japanese Asahi super. Yep. Okay, yeah, super dry. Yeah.
Yep. Here's the presentation, though, Mr. Blake.
Oh, it didn't get any better. It's the can. So the bottle is fine art. It's this like swordfish. It says the Great Northern, but it's that just a clear pea yellow, like glass. Like the glass is clear. It looks like a land
if you
shark.
Had about 6 of these and then peed. That's what it would look like.
Well, it's funny. I didn't bring beer. Maybe you guys didn't either. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Do you want me to open it?
Sure, crack it.
Yep. All right.
So I'm a little worried about this, quote, outdoorsy beer. Yeah. My feeling is that Reese gave us one good beer and the other, like, 6 are just... And he's probably going to be listening to this, laughing his nuts off, going, they drank it.
Sorry, I might have taken the lion's share of that one.
we can make it even on the next one.
Yes, we can.
I have a feeling. I think I might. I'm watching you guys pour that. Oh, guys.
Yeah.
Is that fizzy?
Super low carbonation. The head is gone.
Still sticking to the inside of the bottle.
The head is like...
it's there.
Just evaporating quickly. There's zero lace. Oh, this is going to be terrible.
It's hanging on.
Well, my office smells like fizzy or ginger and tequila right now because mine is very carbonated.
Oh, and give that a smell.
It had warmed up just enough.
It smells like cheap beer. If I've ever smelled
does that smell like college keg beer? Like
no.
College keg beer smells all right.
It smells like. This is a distinct smell that brings me back.
Okay, then I'll give you. Okay, then I give you what I'm thinking.
My grandfather used to drink, when I was a real little kid. My grandfather used to drink Schaefer beer.
No.
And that was from
Ron. That's not Schaefer beer. If memory serves me correctly, that would be Schaefer's malt liquor beer, right? Wasn't it?
No, that was, I know what you're talking about. Schlitz.
That was Billy D. Williams. There you go. Yeah. Schlitz malt liquor beer. I'm Billy D. Williams.
Talking about Schlitz. Yeah. Schaefer was this rotten ass beer and it smelled exactly like this. And my grandfather used to give it to me when I was like 5 or 6. I remember having it. Like,
explains so much.
Right. Yeah. It really informs you about the person you see before you today. But I remember having that well into my teens when my parents found out, and they were like, "Stop it!
Yeah.
Right? But
Stop
this
it.
stuff-
He's like, what? The damage is done. I've been doing this since he was 5.
Been done for the past decade.
This is some.
This to me, this smells like if you're in a really one-off convenience store, and the back by the beer cooler, a cheap beer has been dropped on the floor or something.
Yeah, I'm broke.
When broke, that's what this smells like. Floor cheap beer from a small convenience store.
The other memory that I have of a beer that smelled like this, the Schaefer. My grandfather wanted me to play shortstop for the New York Yankees.
Oh, okay. How's that going?
It went great. It was awesome. And we used to play in my grandfather's backyard in Clifton, New Jersey, which was a stone's throw from New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And we would both be drinking this beer, this Schaefer beer, and throwing the ball back and forth and talking about Mickey Mantle and all that kind of stuff. That's what this all
That's a
brings
pretty good.
Can I just tell you, as someone whose first job, it actually had like a W-2, was at an old country store, and your dropping of the words, a convenience store where the beer the case has fallen, and that smell, that evokes such memory, like of people dropping a Busch Light 12-pack or
Keystone.
And that smell that then you're like, you just smell it the rest of the day. You're mopping it up, and the mop just smells like that old beer. And and you're also questioning yourself as how quickly it smelled like old rancid beer, considering it had just fallen.
Real quick.
Oh my God,
it's like it made contact with like oxygen, and it just
like it was done. Oh my God,
it's like it was pre-skunked beer,
right?
Yes. Oh my God, that's funny. Pre-skunked, just for you, mate.
Well, what do you expect when it says full strength?
As soon as you said full strength, because that just means that's like King Cobra or whatever, right? That's like, well,
where's it on the bottle?
It says it right there on the bottom.
Right in the little banner, full strength original.
So Great Northern, is it just called the original, or what's the
Great Northern Original Lager?
Yeah, and it's full strength, baby. 330 milliliters. 4.2, so you gotta be 18 plus. That's us.
I gotta get to the. All right, let's see. We'll taste this, then I'm gonna see if I can find funny reviews to read that, like I did for the last one.
I can't wait.
All right, gents, cheers.
Cheers. Aussie.
This is.
That's not one of the good ones.
Oh
man. It's like drinking piss water.
Your faces.
This is delightful.
Full strength, my ass.
The best was Ferris's face, because it was a resignation of, this is exactly what I thought it would taste like. Like not an ounce of shock, just like, yep, that's exactly what I thought.
Oh man, it's flat. It's
the whole way.
It's bland.
And look, we've had some bland beers before, this is an insult to bland beer.
Yeah. It's oof.
Let's see. Taste very sweet. What was that?
The best part is when Reese calls me or texts me and is like, "That's my favorite beer."
Well, I think I won while I'm waiting for the snow to melt for the third or fourth time out here, which, by the way, there is a chance we could get a foot of snow next week. My friends live near me in Connecticut, just over the line in Rhode Island. They got 32 inches, broke records. They're just stuck over there right now. Anyway.
Listen, I don't want to hear it. It's been 36 here at night and 75 during the day. You shut your mouth.
Hey, man.
Tripping over all this sunshine.
It was 42 degrees today. My daughter and I went to the park for the first time in 2026. It was beautiful.
Nice.
We've been having to shovel all these leaves.
Yeah.
All these there leaves.
Sky either. Just nice, this nice bright sunshine. The sunshine would drink better than this.
This Jimmy Juice.
That vegetable water drinks better.
Oh yeah. The Jimmy Juice, the Blanco Ginger Fizzy is awesome. It's usually I like a ginger beer with a dark rum or like a Brugal if I'm going to go that light. But to do tequila, and again, it's not ginger beer, it's ginger root. It's really good. It's like super refreshing. This is one of those over ice at 8%. You'd get toasty by the pool so fast. Let me read this to you guys.
That looks refreshing.
Oh,
it looks lovely.
This is damn delightful.
What do you think of that?
I mean, the thing is, mine is a cocktail of tequila and ginger root, and it is the same color as your beer. And I don't think that that's right.
Nope.
And there's not a carbonation.
Like, look at that.
bubble.
It's the same color. Yeah.
That not good.
Does this one is very, I'm going to read a review that's very kind. Taste, very sweet, almost like syrup. Slight pungent taste from the hops. Almost no bitterness, just sweetness.
Hops.
This one's too nice.
They waved hops over this.
There's not even, I don't taste any bit of hops.
It's like they looked at the hops when they were brewing this beer.
Oh, I got a new one for you. I hope it's in there. The original Great Northern beer, long since overtaken by its even sweeter, blander, lighter in alcohol cousin, Great Northern Super Crisp. I hope one of those is in there because that just.
Stomachs are.
You know what's wild? This thing has a lot of reviews that are fine. Like the most honest one is $9 Aussie for 2 schooners on draft at Gilligan's Cairns. C average. That's a great review. That's just like, hey man, here's where it's cheap. It's 2 of them. Yeah, it's fine.
Maybe on tap. No, I can't even say that.
It only has 4 reviews, and they're weirdly all kind of not terrible. Like it's a 3.21 average just because one of them's a 5. It's very funny to look at this.
This is lighter than Bud Light, lighter than Michelob Light. Like there's
man, yeah, people are very kind to this beer.
Are they all Australian?
They must be. It's only like 4 or 5 people, man.
Look, this is easily the worst one we've had.
Here's one. So someone on Reddit, Great Northern's popularity. I recently read that Great Northern is now the most popular beer in Australia. Is this a result of heavy marketing or something else? When I lived there in the country from 2015 to 16, I saw it, but really wouldn't have said it was a major seller. Granted, I was in Brisbane at the time, yada, yada, yada. First person's like, it's inoffensive and cheaper on the cheaper end of the carton. It's all just about in every pub that you'll go to. Everyone's like, I mean, I like it because it doesn't make me feel as bloated as most beers do. These are not ringing endorsements for a beer at all. It's the best selling beer, differently than being said it's objectively the best tasting. It's pretty funny.
Correct.
Although yours guys' reaction, it seems like it's worse than last week's. So,
by far.
Yeah.
By far. Then both of them.
I think the difference being is the one you tried last week, people from other places had chimed in and tried it, whereas this one sounds like it is very local.
Yeah, like I'll drink it.
Oh, let me. What's your buddy's name?
Reese.
Let's see if this pisses Reese off. You'll have to get. So you guys, if I said, I'll give you one more of those beers that you have to drink, or I'll give you each 2 cans of Foster's. Which would you take?
Foster's.
Oh, see, I think it's going to piss Reese off. We'll see.
Yeah, because I was talking to them when they told me that they were headed to Australia and they were going to bring back beers and they were interested in hearing our reviews on them and all. I said, look, just don't bring back, Foster's or any of that. And they were like, Foster's is not really Australian. It's bull beer. None of us actually drink that.
Sure.
Which is right. Like
I'd still take that over this.
I know, right? And this is just going to get worse as it gets warm.
I was just say,
I'm trying to drink it fast.
The slower you drink, but I watch you fairs. You kind of pull it up to chug it, and it hits your lips, and I see you go and then pull back. Like you can see it. You're like, I'm just gonna no, just gonna
yes, indeed.
Yeah, you're like I just got this nice new purple Orlando looking windscreen. I don't want to spit the beer all over it.
No,
sully it.
Oh my God. Well, I appreciate your sacrifice, gentlemen, because you are giving me some good entertainment 2 weeks in a row on this side of things. Well, I'm in a good mood, so let's start talking about the football. London remains red as the Arsenal beat Tottenham 4-1 at Tottenham Stadium. We'll go over some of the oh God, wait, hold on a second. I was in the wrong spot. Rewind that. Tottenham won. It's because it was about Tottenham and Arsenal again. Still going to stick to the same topic. Tottenham won, Arsenal 4. London is red as Ebereki Eze strikes again, this time only for 2. But so did Victor Gyökeres as Arsenal hand Tottenham their largest loss in the derby since 1935. Playing out in front. Well, would that be technically the largest home loss in the derby? They've not beaten them 4-1 before?
They're being that, yeah.
All right.
1930.
Playing out in front of new interim boss Igor Tudor. His Spurs were making a game of it until a goal was called off for a push on Gabriel, deemed a foul by the on-field ref. But from that point forward, it continued to be all Arsenal, especially in the second half as the Gunners scored in the 46th, 61st, and 94th minute. So once again, at the expense of their London foes, Arsenal extend their lead at the top of the table to 5 points. Did you guys see, I don't know if you caught this or watched this match, but the commentator, as the match is about to start, going, since the 1400s, the name Tudors has instituted a wave of changes and growth in England and blah, 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 that is still reverberating through the country and this land to this very day. Now a new Tudor has entered. I feel like it's something we would have written. It was great. Like his speech about this new guy, new manager coming in. I mean, London is red and the Spurs are Spursy, but that's like the whole conversation, right? The whole conversation is really just, good God, Spurs are dire. In 2026, one of your favorite stats, Ferris. At this point, you lead the point total. I think it's Manchester United have the most 2026 with the Arsenal 2 points below them. At like 7 points or 6 is Tottenham thus far in the year. They are dire. They have points on the board, which is great if you're not, West Ham. But like,
they're in a relegation battle.
No, they are. I'm just saying they are obviously out of the relegation spot. I mean, they have the points over West Ham.
They're not in the bottom 3, but right now it's looking bleak because
it's dire because this is your first match in as a manager. It's a London derby. The players should be, you've seen all the interviews of the players over the years for this game. Everybody's like, man, throw it all out the window. It doesn't matter what the season's been doing. This is the one that like you want to win because it's the one that makes the fans the most happy. And like, I mean, the only reason they got in the match was an uncharacteristic mistake out of Rice, who has had a great season and then he effed up there.
Well, it's an uncharacteristic from Rice, which you don't expect. But then in the second half, Arsenal score quickly, and then Tottenham score a few minutes after that. And that was not a foul. I'm sorry. That was disgraceful from Gabriel. How he went down on that, you can listen to any show review this game. There's not one person out there agreeing that was a foul. Now, what I will say is,
I disagree with that. There are a lot of saying that it is a foul because both hands are on the back. They're not saying he didn't.
No. Or saying that. No. So, but what I was going to say here is, do I think it would have changed the outcome of this game? No, I think Arsenal still would have won the game, but it would have made it a 2-2 game, a little bit more nervy there. And I think what I think it was one of those that if it was called not a foul at the time, VAR weren't going to overturn it. But because it was called a foul by the head ref at the time, VAR aren't going to overturn it. And the extension of the arms doesn't look good, obviously, but that's you see that happen on corners. You see that happen to defenders, to offensive players off of set pieces and corners and that sort of thing. And Gabriel's going to cost you guys a game from doing something like that in the future because he's not going to get that call because he hit the deck like a ton of bricks. Again, I don't think it would have changed the outcome of this game at all.
I don't know, man. So the VAR check called and confirmed as a foul. The split decision was whether Gabriel went down too softly, but it being a foul because of the two hands in the back. Now, sure.
No, but it was called that way on the field.
Yeah.
Again, if it's the reverse and it wasn't called that way, I don't think VAR are overturning it, and they would have been worded something that he went down softly, therefore it's not a foul. So I think either way, because of how it was called, that's why it went the way that it did.
Yeah, the ref, the head ref was like, if I have two hands on the back, that's what I'm focused on. That's a clear push. And so that was his take, like, on the pitch.
Well,
now, that being said, what's weird is, like, in the Premier League, when it is a time for a corner, I don't know if you guys have noticed how particularly this season it is the case.
Oh, we'll talk about that here.
It's just everybody shoving and like, so there's a weird
Wrapping each other up, grabbing arms, pulling each other down.
So there's a weird inconsistency between the in the play versus the corner moment. Which I don't quite,
because the ball's not in play.
Yeah,
right.
But
and then that's kind of what they've been leaning on. But there's also a lot of play acting that takes place all throughout the game, right?
Yeah,
and this
for everybody.
Yes, and this certainly was one of those moments. You go back and you watch that, it's just.
But I don't know, man. Like you said, like Gabriel's going to cost you guys. On the other hand, he doesn't go down. Maybe the call doesn't get made.
Maybe not.
Do you know what I'm saying?
We all know that karma, especially in football, has a way of getting up to you. The other thing
I will not believe that statement you just said until we finally find out what happened with these 115 allegations against Man City. Then I will believe karma will come back to get you. Until that is true, I don't believe it.
Fair point. But I think he had just a bad game in general, because earlier in it there was a possible last man foul that he was involved in, where I don't remember who went down. And I don't think that was a foul at all. But then the players down and had hurt themselves kind of as they're laying on the ground, and he walks and just steps over them. That's just an unclassy move.
Yeah. I mean, the basic
the stuff like that.
The basic comment I actually saw even from Arsenal fans was like, so, hey, look, can we just say two hands on the back? Always a foul or not? Can we just get consistency?
Right, but
because they're like, that
doesn't mean it's a push, though.
Yeah, because there was there was a match earlier in the season.
Have to be extending arms.
Yeah,
right.
Where there was a two hands on the back with extended arms that didn't get called Arsenal's way. Again, that crap always happens. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's just, and it always comes down to the consistency thing. I think people it's because VAR exists. It just comes back to that story. If it was in the run of play, people go, I feel like that was soft, but in the run of play, the ref saw the hands extended. Do you know what I'm saying? It's once VAR gets involved, and I mean, I guess in this case, you don't want VAR to start overruling every. It's
right, and that's where I think, because it was called on the field at the time, But I don't. This is a terrible loss for Tottenham, right? They sit in 16th place,
and by the way,
29 points, only 4 points above the line for safety. Tell me when they're going to get a win here in their next set of games. Away to Fulham, host Palace, away to Liverpool, host Forest, away to Sunderland, away to host Brighton, away to Wolves. April 25th against Wolves might be the first time they get a win.
Well, and not only that, like, you're facing a beatable Forest, but you're playing against a Forest that is also fighting for their life. And now,
having a new manager,
seeing how the Spurs showed up for a North London derby, I would, if you said you have to bet, Blake, I would bet on Forest in that match in this current case.
Sure. Yeah, same.
Now, are they going to lose all those matches? No. Are they going to be struggling? I think so. Does West Ham have a path that looks friendlier for those guys? I will also say this. They're quite fortunate the score wasn't 6-1, because Saka had 2 or 3 great opportunities that their goalkeeper fantastically prevented the goal from occurring. That easily could have been a 4-1 is not as bad as the match was. It could have been a lot worse.
Right. Again, I don't think any of what we had just talked about, the push and all of that, whether it was 2-2 or what, I don't think it would have changed the outcome of the game. I think Arsenal are always going to win this. You mentioned West Ham. They do not have much of an easier schedule. They go away to Liverpool this weekend on Saturday.
But why does West Ham versus Liverpool sound more realistic to me than Spurs versus Liverpool?
Sure. They go away to Fulham, host Brentford in the FA Cup, then away to City, or host City, in the FA Cup, away to Villa, host Wolves. So April 11th could be their first win as well a week before. So there's no FA Cup for Spurs. So maybe that helps at this point.
Is the trick that West Ham, if they can just pull a few more draws, then which, like I'm not trying to be funny here. A draw versus Liverpool, who has struggled on the defense, is not entirely unthinkable for a West Ham Liverpool match. Right?
No, and they're coming on the back of 2 draws now. So yeah.
But also the fact that Spurs, a top 16, by the way, what point is this the last season that we refer to them as that, even if they stay in the Premier League? Because now we have 2 seasons with them squarely sitting in the bottom, and the conversation last year, it felt like Arsenal fans were like, oh my God, they're so low down. But everybody else was like not saying what they're saying now, which is everything you flip through online, every pundit, it's like, are they going to go down? Is this for real? What happens if they go down? How bad is this for the...
I think it's also because, yes, they have a lot of injured players, and we talked about that in the last pod, but also you have the season that you did with a shining light at the end because you won a trophy, right? But you had Postecoglou on his second year, but the lowest rank in the table that you could possibly have before you actually go down. Then you sack him in the offseason, right? Whether that was the right move or not, who knows? And you bring in Thomas Frank, who hasn't really been that low with Brentford since they've been up in the Premier League. And you sack him 6 months into the job, and now you're on another manager. So it's because you're going through manager, where's that consistency going to come that's going to keep you up?
Right. I mean, like we've talked about, Chelsea's rotating managers, obviously, but still, there's no team in the Premier League that's excited to play Chelsea in any of those instances.
Well, and
do you know
Tottenham
what I'm saying?
don't have a squad depth anywhere near to what they do.
No. So I just mean that at Chelsea's worst of the rotation, I just mean people were still like, no one wanted to play Chelsea. They're always dangerous. Right now, it's a North London derby, man. It's not supposed to matter. To be honest, going into it, I was like, oh my God, a new manager to North London derby. These games can be crazy. I was very nervous going into this, and in the end, I mean, a couple of mistakes from Arsenal, but again, like Saka had about 3 opportunities that purely brilliant moves by the goalkeeper are the only thing that keep those from happening, and Spurs were just awful. I need to find that thing for 2016, but it's only like 7 points, guys. It's not good.
The real question here is, when is St. Totteringham's Day?
I think
no, annoyingly, because we didn't beat Wolves. If we had beaten Wolves, it would have happened.
Oh,
but Arsenal's got to win the next one for St. Totteringham's Day to officially happen.
So
yeah,
the 28th.
Yeah,
right. Is that the next match?
Yeah. So it's just. There's this is not about, I'm not being a jerk. I might be an Arsenal fan, but I'm not actually from North London, so I don't have I don't have that sort of bile in my belly for the situation. There's just something that looks so different, even from the previous season where, man, I think it's because like Postecoglou was like totally. He was still playing his way even when it wasn't working, but like they were going for it and they were losing. That's not what's happening.
And it was clear that at one point he switched and just put all of his eggs in one.
Yes. Yeah.
Basket. And it came out that they won there in the end.
I misspoke, by the way.
Final, but
4 points. They've had 4 points in nine games.
Yeah. They have not
with
been
no
good whatsoever.
2026.
And you were even wondering what kind of team they would field in this game because they just have so many people that are out and injured, a lot of attacking talent too. And I think that would change. But it
sucks coming in as a new manager to a North London derby with a team like that.
Yeah, but
because that's a rough way to start.
Yeah, but listen, he's no Michael Carrick.
No, just me. I feel sorry for him. That's a hard start.
Carrick won against Man City in his first game.
Fair enough. It's doable.
But
that's what I mean. Those derbies, man, all bets are off, right? Anything could happen. Just like that Manchester derby. And this just did not seem like they showed up to play at all.
Oh my God! Sorry, we were watching the game again, like the extended highlights are on the screen, and oh man, yeah, what an acting job. But anyways, sorry, like what were you saying?
No, that it's just that it is a completely different vibe. You know, you guys, the Manchester Derby, both teams are going for it, and this was just. I don't know, man. It isn't even one of those where, like, I've seen teams go against Arsenal and go, what are you doing? You need to try to win, and you're just playing so low that maybe you're playing for the draw. This was, I don't know, what was this, man?
Well, I mean, Tottenham were kind of responding each time, and that's been kind of Arsenal's downfall here in the past few weeks, where after they score, you guys are giving up goals fairly quick.
Orlando City circa 2018, 2017, 2019, yeah.
But you guys have the ultimate just key to this game, and that is Eze. The only goals he scored in the Premier League this season are 5 of them.
I needed to wear special glasses that just put Spurs emblems around them or whatever.
Yeah. He scored 5 goals in the Premier League since his move, which is what, real early in the season. And the only 5 goals in the Premier League that he has 6 total. I think he has 1 in the Champions League as well or something. But 5 total. A hat trick the first time he played against Tottenham, a brace in this one against Tottenham. He's just the key to it. No matter what side he's on, he would have. If he's on the other side, he would have done it against Arsenal.
Oh wait, so this is what I was gonna say. Are you sure that stat wasn't? This is the highest winning margin at home for or away for Arsenal because
that Arsenal have beaten Tottenham.
No, because Arsenal beat Tottenham this season already 4-1. That was the first match, and Eze got a hat trick. That was November 23rd.
Oh yes, no, sorry, it's at home
at White Hart Lane. Okay, yeah, gotcha.
Or at their home.
Yeah. That's I don't know, man. That was a weird as it went. That just was a weird match, and I mean, it was nice to see how happy Thomas Frank was in his disguise, hanging out with his mustache and an Arsenal shirt on, in the crowd cheering on. I don't know if you guys.
Did you see the They were holding what Arsenal had dolls that were of Thomas Frank that they were holding up, and they had to impose an Arsenal kit on.
Yeah, it was freaking brilliant.
Awesome.
But yeah, it also weird. Like I said, last year they sat at the same spot. I don't know if it was this early, but like you didn't have pundits sitting there going, are they gonna? Because that's how it felt. The next day, it's like everybody. If you watch any of the Talk Sport and the Galazzo on CBS, any of them, they're all like looking at each other like, is this? Could this happen? Do you think that? No, is this gonna happen? Like, and that's like, and right now, statistically, there's like a 5% chance, but that don't mean anything. Like, so I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a rough time. Kim, we still love you, buddy. I hope you're doing well.
Hang in there, my friend.
Yeah.
Hang in there.
I'd have to look back and see.
One day you'll be fortunate enough to get a Michael Carrick.
I'm wondering if there's Spurs, where Spurs were sitting at this point last year. Because they definitely dropped low at the end.
About there.
Yeah.
About there.
Well, gents, shall we move on to our 2-minute drill?
Why not?
All right, let's kick it off. Mr. Well, I was about to say Mr. Ron, but it's not. It's Mr. Ferris. Take us away.
Speaking of old Carrick, him and United keep rolling as once again his substitution of Benjamin Sesko paid off in the 71st minute, which capped off a potently fast counterattack from an opposing corner. Lemons in goal would rightly go on to be named a player of the match with his 5 saves in goal. And so United with a 1-0 win, scoreline away to Everton, and move back up into the top 4 of the table. Question is, will United stay there this time?
Probably.
I think with some of the slips that Villa is dealing with, Chelsea are also doing well. But I could see Man United ending the season in 3rd at this point. I
could too. Yeah, because we'll talk about Villa here in a bit. A big thing that's helping United out. Yes, they have Carrick. Yes, they we talk about all of that. But they're only playing 1 game a week.
Hey, that's not helping. That's not helping Spurs.
Right. And Well, but they're playing in the Champions
Well,
League. Now they
fair
haven't
enough.
played in a few weeks as they automatically went through. But the other thing, and something that you saw in this goal that United scored shortly after half, is who did it involve? Like it involved a United brand that is kind of reminiscent of the Sir Alex times. But who you saw involved was the three main new attackers, right? You saw the ball get played out to Cunha. Cunha plays a wonderful, wonderful kind of long through ball to Mbeumo, who just gets on his bike and he takes off. But even more impressive, you watch Sesko in that. Sesko is where Cunha is, which is on their own 18-yard box, essentially. And Sesko just tears apart. Was it Keane or was it Tarkovsky? But in a straight foot race, he is blistering down the field and outruns, and he gets himself in position for that goal. It was an insane counterattack, and because of that substitution and those three new attackers, right? Two of which are proven in the Premier League with Cunha and Sesko. That was the difference in this. Well, that was how the goal scored. The difference in this game was, my second point that I want to make is Lemons in goal. 5 saves, but you saw what he dealt with on the corners. And we talked about this a little bit ago. You watch corners nowadays, they were like every player on the pitch was huddled around him.
It's like a scrum from like rugby.
Yeah.
Like,
and it was stopped multiple times because Maguire was pushing Tarkovsky was pushing Maguire, and the ref was like, called the captains over like pretty much each time. It was like, guys, you got to stop. But if Onana's in goal, if the Bayandier's in goal, we would have lost this 3-1 easily. But we have somebody who can catch the ball, that's strong in the air, that is calm, and made good saves along with it. He didn't do anything spectacular. Like, there was one save that was really good that was going to top bends. It might be on what we're getting ready to see here on, I think. Yeah, it is. Really good save there. But other than that, they were pretty routine saves, but he was just in the right spot, calm, held on to the ball, especially on those corners where it seemed like Everton just nonstop had a corner. So the game was won mainly, and he deserved man of the match, because if Onana or Bayindir in that game, we are not winning this game. Period.
That was hilarious. I'm watching the replay of the play acting fallovers.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is hilarious. I don't know who this Man United player is.
That's Cunha.
Just a highlight of, yeah.
Oh, and then falls over like he's like the United manager.
Van Gaal.
Van Gaal.
Yes.
Yes.
No. But listen, we'll see. I think United are going to finish in the top 4. That's the goal. That's the key to get back into Champions League.
Well, Chelsea sit 3 points behind United in 5th, courtesy of more dropped points at home, 1-1 to Burnley, in which we saw Chelsea give up yet another lead in the 93rd minute, following yet, shocker, another red card. This time from his second yellow, Wesley Fofana doing stupid things in the 72nd minute. League leading 6 red cards, new manager, new Chelsea. And I have an interesting stat for you.
What is that?
Chelsea are on pace to be right now they're in 2nd place, but they can take over the most dropped points from a winning position in Premier League history.
No kidding. Okay.
They are only 4 points away from taking over that mantle. And guess who they would be taking it over from?
Man United of a year or two ago.
No.
Oh,
Southampton.
Oh, wow. Where's Southampton sitting at right now?
they're in the championship, my friend.
Oh, God.
You know who they have playing for?
My brain went to Sunderland.
Kyle
Sorry.
Larin.
Yeah, that's right. That
Chelsea score a nice goal in this one. Pretty well worked to Joao Pedro, who kind of fumbly slide kicks it into the back of the net, bounces off the keeper kind of thing. But, a well worked team goal.
And early, too, because I thought they were going to just
I don't know,
pile on and score a bunch
inside
more.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
And this looked like, the potential for a pile-on event. Not so much, because the discipline problem that we don't have comes back to drop more points for us with second yellow on Fofana for a completely needless lunge in at about the halfway mark or the halfway point on the field and just shreds someone's shin into their foot.
Just a dumb tackle to make when you're already on a card.
yeah.
And
it was needless too. He's got three other defenders around him. That if the offending player makes the pass that he's trying to make, it's still not going anywhere.
No, it's you're not doing a whole lot. And listen, it's a bad call from him. It's terrible. It's not a good tackle. It's not smart. However, at no point should he or anybody be racially abused for something like this.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Again, we're talking about
that after
this.
the game online. Just absolutely horrible. We talked about it last week. You could say he was the moment, he made a bad mistake, he cost us the game. All of those things, true. But it has zero to do with the skin of his color, or with the color of his skin. Zero.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's just frustrating to be literally talking about that again a second week in a row. I mean, like, it's just ridiculous.
And so, because we are managing a bunch of injuries, and we have like Esteval, who's probably, between him and Joao Pedro, they're probably our only goal scorers. Esteval's out with a hamstring injury. Cole Palmer's still nursing, so he's got managed minutes. Cucurella is out for the foreseeable future with knee problems, and a whole host of other things like Reece James. And so the question now becomes, who's going to be scoring the goals? Right? So like Chelsea's season's just going to get worse.
It's the only
and
reason,
we don't happen to have
Palmer, Pedro, Neto are going to be your main goal scorers, and they have been all season. So that's my guess. Maybe Garnacho off the bench, but he's been benched.
Yeah, Joao Pedro's scored well more than
he's like 7 or 8 on the year so far.
Than Cole Palmer.
Mm-hmm. And Cole Palmer's been in and out of the team, but
right. So what my point is, we're not going to count on Cole Palmer of 2 years ago to carry the team.
No, I don't think
right?
so.
Injury, and he's just not firing. It's just going to be a tough end of the season.
Yep, I think so.
Yeah, man, but I don't know. You guys, though, if you're still, despite all that, you really come together and are playing well. Like, I know you're talking about some frustrations and dropping points here in this game, but like when I'm looking at this top 6 right now, like I could still see you guys holding on to a 5th spot, at least over Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? And maybe you squeeze up possibly. But like it's you guys have still, despite all that, played well, and it does not bode well for the rest of us come next season. You get all these people healthy at all,
and they're unbeaten in the 5 past games in the league, right? Yeah. And that's with a new manager. Yes, points were dropped here. Points should have been gained. But it's not as if you're losing these games at the moment. So as long as that doesn't happen, you guys think you all and United will stay there in the top 4 or 5 and kind of bounce back and forth. Might even move up to 3rd and 4th, and the game might be played there.
Hey, Ron.
Villa go down.
Take from me. Goal scorers overrated. Who needs them? You're fine. Boom. Okay. Manchester City remain firmly 5 points behind Arsenal as they beat Newcastle 2-1, courtesy of a Nico O'Reilly brace. And we ask, does Man City have enough once again to edge past Arsenal for the title? I mean, it's Man City, so I mean, I think that's probably always a yes. If you're sitting 5 points with a game in hand, like they're Man City, they're good. They've been there before. They know the score. They're always dangerous. They are not as consistent this year as they have been, but I think everyone thinks that at any moment the switch could flick. You could flick the switch, and then they just make a consistent run toward the end. I mean, so
I think a big game here is not actually going to be in the Premier League. In a few weeks, they're going to play in the Carabao Cup to get against each other. Arsenal against Man. I think that is going to be pivotal in terms of how the rest of the season kicks on for each team.
Yeah,
can Arsenal get past that and actually win something? And if they do, I think that gives you all the confidence to carry on and see the league out.
It's
if
true,
not,
but like I will say,
add to that, are they going to bottle it? Or you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying, but I do think it's really funny from the punditry. Here's the conversation. If Arsenal were to lose the Carabao Cup, it's like they'll probably lose the season too because they'll lose all confidence and won't be able to finish out the season. And then the pundits will go, if Man City loses the Carabao Cup, though, it might give them the fire to go forward and win the season for the Premier League. Like it's kind of like, whatever. I think really what you have is you're going to have two clubs that would like to win the Premier League. And how do you play this Carabao Cup? How do you throw in there? How, if they're both, still trucking along in the Champions League, there's a lot of factors going into these that will make who the lineups are going to be like quite interesting. I feel like when we come to that moment.
When do you play them again out in the league?
April
will be because
it's actually the same weekend that the Premier League Live will be in Tampa.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah.
I'm into that. Well, I pre-registered, so hopefully I can get in. I'm going to Tampa.
That'd be real nice, Clark.
Going to the hometown area. Shoot. Give me a blessed day.
It's you. It's Villa.
Yeah,
it's the X's to the right over there.
Villa did something they didn't do well. They dropped points.
Too many tabs.
Sorry. Villa drop points or gain points, depending on how you look at it, against Leeds. As new Tammy Abraham, that's a goal in the 88th minute. Salvage a point against the visiting team Leeds. And Anton Stacks, wonderful free kick back in the 31st. Goal of the year contender for sure. But will Villa ultimately hang on to a top four finish? It's kind of what we've been talking about the entire time since we started this, right? They're only 5 points above United. Chelsea, or Man United and Chelsea behind them, haven't lost a game in their past 5. If more points are getting dropped and those teams below them, plus you throw in a Liverpool there, they can catch up to them quickly. Now, Villa will play Wolves coming up, so that, I don't know when, kind of quite this weekend, but I don't know if they're going to stay in the top 4. They're also playing in Europa League, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So there's that too.
I'll just say this. Aston Villa, 2 seasons up here. Tottenham, 2 seasons at the bottom. Aston Villa, welcome to the new top 6. Top 6 team. Here we go. They ain't falling out of the top 6. And I would be shocked if they aren't fighting for it next season as well. You don't think?
I don't know. I think that's a little far to tell.
I think with all the clubs that we're looking at right now, I would be hard. Newcastle can't string together consistency. That would be the only other team I think could fight for that. But I think right now I wouldn't be shocked if the top 6, not necessarily in the order you see it, but if this top 6 is pretty similar next year, it wouldn't shock me with the way Villa is playing.
True.
They'll have more
Yeah, I
money,
mean,
better recruiting.
And even though they've had a bit of dip in the consistency, right? Like they always find a way to pull out of the doldrums, and Unai Emery is quite a tactician, right?
He's a large part of yeah.
And I put a lot of stock of where Villa are, obviously because of him. So I think I could see a world where they're in the top six, assuming they stay healthy and they don't make really dumb trades in the off season like they did last season.
Did you go down their list of matches? I mean, they
have Wolves next, but I don't know.
They got Wolves, then they got Chelsea, then they got Man U, then they have West Ham, then they have Forest, Sunderland, Fulham, Spurs, Burnley, then Liverpool on May 17th, ending with Man City. But that ain't a bad run for this team that we've seen. I mean, those are a lot of winnable games for them.
Yeah, it gets rough after the Wolves one, though, and a lot of teams that are right on their neck, right? Could you say they play Chelsea and Man United after Wolves?
Almost back to back.
Right, and they're 4 and 5 in the table right behind them. So those are your top of the table 6-pointers, if you will.
Sure.
You know? And on the other side of the coin there, Leeds has played very, very well. Getting points out of games in a good way. They're in 15th on 31 points, 6 points above. That 6 points above feels like Leeds is more safe than Villa's 5 points above at the top. Like Leeds just seem like they're going to stay up.
Yeah. I mean, with the lack of talent and lack of motivation in the teams, the 5 teams below them. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Brighton get back to winning ways as they take on the Bees on the road and win 2-1, which is Brighton's first win in the league since January 3rd, which is a crazy stat to think of. But it's also James Milner's 654th Premier League appearance. A new Premier League record, gentlemen. Milner made his debut on November 10th, 2002, and has played 230 times for Liverpool, 147 times for Man City, 100 times for Aston Villa, 94 for Newcastle, 48 for Leeds, and 34 and counting for Brighton. Congrats, James Milner, and your walker.
I did not write that. Just in case you're wondering. No, that's a hell of a. I mean, listen, it's an awesome stat. However, there is a however in there. He does hold the most Premier League appearances, which is beat Gareth Barry when he broke that in February of 2018. However, if you look at the most minutes played, James Milner's like 10th on the list.
I know, man. Yeah, but hey, you know what?
Gareth Barry has 14,000 more minutes played than him.
You know what we think of?
Played one less game than him at this point. Like there's a little bit of a difference there.
You just made me remember an early joke from an early podcast when you mentioned the playing time of Jack Wilshere, and I said I've played more Premier League minutes than Jack Wilshere's played. And I mean, that's like one of the first 15 episodes or something like that.
Here are all the people that have played more Premier League minutes than James Milner. Sylvan Diston, 4,618. Then it goes Steven Gerrard, John Terry, Jamie Carragher, Sol Campbell, Rio Ferdinand, Mark Schwarzer, Gary Speed, Ryan Giggs, Frank Lampard, David James, Gareth Barry. I don't know how many I just named there, but congrats, James Milner.
Heck yeah, man.
12 other people.
Still a lot more than me. That's pretty rad.
Fair enough. Absolutely. Congrats.
Liverpool get a last gasp winner in the 97th minute on the road against Forest, who, under new manager Victor Piera, was the far better team for large spells of the game. Oh man, that was a hard one for Forest because you do feel like they were doing much better. Is he going to keep Nottingham up? I I think, man, I don't know.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think there's 3 worse teams there.
Yeah, man, but I mean, West Ham has been for the teams in the bottom 4 or 5. West Ham has looked more up and up in lately.
100%.
So
they've won more points out of their last 5 than all 5 of those or all 4 of those other teams.
I think Far's just hoping Spurs collapse as well, and if that way it doesn't matter what West Ham does, and they can just leap the.
He's so great, Tottenham.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine.
Can you imagine if Tottenham, Forest, I guess it'd be Tottenham, West Ham, and Wolves all go down? West Ham and Tottenham have been in there for a long time.
Oh, you are right. Actually,
that would be
if
wild.
both of them happen to go, that would be pretty bonkers.
Yeah.
But I don't think that'll happen because I think you have to have West Ham get out of it to make Spurs.
Yeah, and we're close. Yeah,
and there's
only 2 points behind for us.
The gap between West Ham and Burnley is too large.
Quite size, 6 points, and then it goes 9 points.
But if Man City gets relegated, do we get 4 teams next year? Is that how that works?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, the interesting thing is that just because you brought the 115 charges up, I looked it up. As of late February 2026, the Independent Commission is still deliberating the 115 charges brought against Man City for alleged financial regulation breaches from 2009 to 2018. The verdict is yet to be published. The 12-week hearing that was supposed to take place did and concluded in December of 2024. And while the decision is expected soon, the wait is extended to 14 months.
Yeah. Does it now? Have we gone from? Oh, they're just going to get away with it to the longer this goes on, and it was that long ago that they deliberated. Is it bad? And that's why it's taking so long, as opposed to just pulling the Band-Aid off if it was all fine.
I think people have largely forgotten about it.
Oh yeah. I don't know. The reason I bring it up is it's really come up in the news again lately because something came out saying that it's expected within the next 2 months that it's turned up again. We've heard this before, but it's expected within the next 2 months to say something.
You know what? Timing's everything on this, right? Say Arsenal. Once again, let City catch up to them and get ahead. And Man City look like they're going to win the league by 3 points. Then the verdict comes, knocks them down, Arsenal win the league.
Or vice versa. They win the league, and then they win the league, like Man City wins the league, and then they don't do that until next season.
Next season,
it
and then
didn't
Arsenal.
matter.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Timing is key here.
Yeah. Mm.
All right, quickly. After going 12 matches unbeaten at home in the Premier League this season, Sunderland have now dropped their second match in a row at home, this time losing to Fulham 3-1, courtesy of a Raul Jimenez brace. And while neither are in fear of going down or will not get Fulham, push on and possibly make Europe next season, they have a chance. They might play Europa.
You're saying,
but
there's a chance.
Yeah, they're only a game out of 7th, so 3 points back. So yeah, I think they could.
I don't think they will, but I guess mathematically they could.
Hey, listen, they play Tottenham next. They absolutely will.
God, we're going to lose every Tottenham listener to this pod.
And finally, while not in the Premier League, this past weekend on Sunday in the Steel City Derby. I just love
Sunday.
I love the name of that. Sheffield Wednesday, by the boot of their city rivals, Sheffield United, became the earliest relegation in history of English football, occurring with 13 games remaining in the season. Now, while this is a new record that Sheffield Wednesday doesn't really want in their record books, it must be remembered that the club was deducted 18 points, 12 for entering administration in October, and 6 for the repeated late payment of player wages. Sad and troubling times for the Sheffield Wednesday.
Speaking of Man City,
Yeah, exactly. We won't go into the full history of it, but just go and kind of read up on this. Sheffield Wednesday's just in it between their owners, players not wanting to show up because they've been paid. It's a complete mess all season. That they're even playing games this season is quite
Miraculous.
Remarkable that the players are even playing and stuff, and they haven't been paid. They just had another possible bidder. He withdrew, so I don't know if there's an end in sight.
I saw that. The bidder, they just bailed like a day or two ago, right?
Yeah. So you can go and read up on all of that. But yeah, sad times, and hopefully they don't continue to drop.
You mean like Leicester is gonna? We haven't even talked about that, but God.
Oh, but you got to remember, Sunderland, they dropped all the way down to League 2, I think.
Yeah.
2, yeah. So
worked their way
up. So it's possible, but it's just very, very tough. It takes a long time.
Yeah, it do.
Lot of money.
Speaking of money, we dropped the man who's always on the money at halftime. Ron with Ron's Beer News. All the news that's fit to drink.
Gentlemen, first we should start a new beer.
Yep, let's do it.
Because I got to get that piss water taste out of my mouth.
That we finished that one. I don't know.
But is this another Australian roulette?
Yes.
Yep. This one looks promising. Much more promising than the last one.
This one is the Stone and Wood Pacific Ale. 4.4% ABV is a renowned Australian cloudy pale ale from Byron Bay, characterized by its bright tropical passion fruit notes, citrus notes derived from the Galaxy hops, brewed with wheat and malted barley. This refreshing, sessionable beer has a hazy golden appearance and a light, dry finish.
So what the hell kind of beer is it? It's
pale ale.
But
It's a pale.
yeah, but its descriptions are like brewed with wheat to make it hazy, but it's not like a. It's an.
I don't know. I'm kind of excited about this one.
I mean, I'm not trashing what it might be like. I just mean reading the description is like, well, what is the style? It says an American pale ale, but like alternate on one of the sites. So
okay, so
smells a lot better than the last one. I'll tell you that much.
While Ferris pours these out,
yep,
gentlemen, as I was going through the beer news, I figured out, or as I was reading the headlines of all the beer news, there was 12 beer headlines on the first 2 pages of breweries closing.
Ugh.
And that is depressing. So I opted for a trivia game instead.
I love it.
The beer news.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because we will have a much better time dealing with that. So, gentlemen, beer and soccer trivia. You will get 1 point for a correct answer. There is no stealing. We'll just keep it straight and easy. We're, packed for a little bit of time here.
Can we try this beer before we do that?
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah. We got to get. I think you guys are
Aussie.
gonna do much better out of this one.
Oh, it smells so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
just based on what I've read online, I think you'll do a whole lot better.
Tastes like a proper session pale ale.
Is
very
it,
fruity.
Very, very fruity at the end. Yeah,
it looks like a New England IPA. Has it got that vibe?
a little bit.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure. It's cloudy.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have nearly the hop bite to it.
No, and I think that's where goes into the pale ale and the session and all that. But no, much better. Thank
well
you,
done,
Reese.
Reese.
Finally came through for one.
Damn winner for once. I'm gonna have the right talking to that guy. Okay, gentlemen. Reese, thanks for the beer. That was a good one.
Yep.
Appreciate it. When it's your turn, you can choose between beer history or soccer history.
Oh,
Okay.
hell, this is great.
Okay. Blake, guess the number between 1 and 10.
3.
Ferris.
7.
Ferris is closest. The number was 6. Ferris goes first.
Well,
Would
that's a
you like
crappy quiz game.
You'll be fine. History of beer or history of soccer?
Let's go history of soccer
History of soccer.
for 200.
I'll take swords for 300, Alex.
I'll take S words. In what year was the sport of association football officially codified at the Freemasons Tavern in London?
Oh, the golly gee whiz. 1865.
Oh, so close but wrong. 1863.
I was gonna say that. I kid you not. I went with 65 because I wanted to round it up.
I thought it was a little later, so that's good.
I knew it was 1860s. I thought it was 63 first came to my mind, and I rounded up to 65 for some unknown reason to me. Damn it.
And Blake, soccer or beer?
Well, we did soccer. Let's do beer news. Let's do beer history. Or trivia.
Okay. Which ancient civilization is credited with the first concrete evidence of barley beer production, dating back to the year 3000 BCE?
Barley, ancient civilization. Oh man, my ancient civilization timelines I feel like are going to be off. Are we like Sumerians at this point?
Is that your answer?
I know the Mayans I feel like did something with barley too, but I'm going to go with ancient Sumerians. I'm going to lean.
Well done, Blake.
Hey, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Excellent. Ferris, beer or soccer?
I'll do beer this time.
Beer. Okay. What is the name of the amber liquid extracted from the malted barley before it is fermented?
Can you repeat the question?
Should I use it in a sentence?
Sure.
What is the name of the amber liquid extracted from malted barley before it is fermented? It's a good thing there's no steel. Blake could have this one in a heartbeat.
I have no clue.
Just think of all the terms you've heard.
Yeah, I know.
You got this. You worked at a brewery.
I did. I know. I can't remember. What does it start with? Am I allowed to ask that?
If Blake needs a hint, I'll have to give him one.
That's
as well.
fair.
It starts with a W.
Man. I'll give you a hint. You work on Halloween things.
He's not gonna piece that
No,
together.
he's not gonna piece it together. It's a hint that makes sense, but that's not helpful. It'll lead you down the wrong path.
Womping. I don't know. Where were you going with it?
Wart, like you would have.
Wart. Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't have got the wart. Yeah, no, that makes. I should have known that. God bless it all.
I knew you were gonna hear it and be angry with
That's
yourself.
2 in a row. Kicking myself for. I at least knew the other one. This one I'm going through all the terms, and I'm like, oh my god, I cannot think of what it is. And even the W didn't help me at all. So, anyways,
sorry.
Yeah, whatever.
Blake, soccer or beer?
I guess I'll flip flop. I'll do soccer now.
Soccer. When were the first red and yellow cards introduced to the game? I'm looking for a year.
Woo! God, it's hard when it's a specific year, man. Not even like a range for these things. See, if the thing started in 1863, so stuff would have to start getting more codified around that time. Or maybe it took a little bit. We can say 1881.
Incorrect. The correct answer is 1970.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which I did know because in the FIFA, when I went to Switzerland and I went to the FIFA museum, there's when all the things happened along
one of those like timeline things.
Yeah, and it wasn't until 1970 when the game became less gentlemanly and you needed a way to discipline players.
Fair enough.
Right, that's right around the exhibit from how many cats you can fit into an apartment in the FIFA museum experience.
If it started in 1970s,
Yeah.
cats. Yeah.
After 2 questions each, Blake has 1 point. Ferris has 0.
Yeah.
And so we will go Ferris, soccer or history.
I'll do soccer. I'll flop it again.
Okay. Here we go. What is the nickname for the original penalty kick introduced in 1891?
I hope it's like some weird British term, like the twiddly womper.
I think you're broken.
It's the budgie bumper.
I will go. What's the nickname you said?
Yes. What was the nickname for the original penalty kick introduced in 1891?
A from kick scrummer.
Spot kick.
Incorrect. It was the kick of death.
For real?
Yes, it was.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Man, if we discovered that,
I would have never guessed that.
That could have been the name of the podcast if we'd ever come across that first before the Brewtiful Game. That is great.
Okay, God, yes.
Blake.
I only can think about is Eddie Izzard. Kick of death.
Right.
Come again.
Oh.
What did you say? Kick of death?
Soccer or
I'll flip
history.
up again. I'll go to beer history.
Beer history. Which U.S. president was a home brewer and had a recipe for, quote, small beer?
Well, we know homebrew happened in the Obama administration, but like him and like the guy who was the chef were into it. He wasn't doing it. So we're saying like the president legitimately did it.
Which U.S. president was a home brewer and had a recipe for, quote, small beer?
Okay, so it's not the only one. It's okay. So we've had a few because the only one I remember that was the honey brown beer or whatever that they did. Small brew? Is that what you called it?
Small beer.
Small beer. I feel like it's going to be more modern and it's going to annoy me, but I want to go with someone older. With John Adams. We'll throw a cracker of a fun old president in there.
Incorrect. It was the original G-Dub.
Oh, I should have gone further. Should have gone further back.
George Washington.
The real old up. Okay.
Yep, the original president.
The original president.
Ferris. Soccer or beer?
Well, let's go beer this time.
Beer. In what year was canned beer first introduced in the United States?
The exact year?
Exactly.
Okay.
I think I know.
1956.
Sorry, 1935.
Don't remember, man. They were drinking PBRs over in the Korea War and World War II,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that World War II. Yeah, I was thinking it was before World War II or not. Okay, well, all right. I suck at this game.
It's okay. I picked.
I've only got 1 point.
Like the war, I should have known, and then I should have gone with my gut. Go ahead, continue.
Blake, soccer or history?
What did I just do? Did I just do beer?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, I'll go back to soccer.
Soccer. Which country has played in every single FIFA World Cup tournament?
I wish I knew when they first started, because it's the only question I have. But I think the answer is Germany.
Incorrect.
Brazil.
It is Brazil.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
Oh man.
Okay, we'll do 2 more each.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'll go soccer this time.
Okay. Who is the only player to have won the Champions League with 3 different clubs? I'll give you the 3 clubs that they won with.
Well, that'll make it easy one.
Okay.
Ajax, AC Milan, Real Madrid.
Someone is screaming at their podcast listening right now.
Right.
As they're
It's
listening
like, it's blah, blah, blah.
I'll go with my initial thought, and that's Johan Cruyff.
Incorrect.
Damn.
Clarence Seedorf.
Clarence Seedorf.
Good old Clarence.
He played for Real Madrid? Yes, he did. I know he played for AC Milan. I know he played for Ajax, but what I can remember is Johan Cruyff played for Real Madrid. I didn't think so. Oh, wow. Okay.
Blake, soccer or beer history?
I think this gets me back to beer history, right? I said soccer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Around beer.
What are the 2 primary reasons for having hops in beer? You need both.
Okay, so one is preservation. I don't know how it's called, but it's like it's to preserve the beer. I know it's a preservatives part of it. It's why the pale ales were so strong being sent to India. That's the big one. Obviously, flavor would come along, but I feel like that was like a byproduct of the preservation process. Are we talking like from the very beginning, the reason it was done with hops?
I'm not interpreting the question for you.
Well, but you do owe him a hint.
If he wants one.
No, I don't think you didn't get a hint, did you?
I did earlier.
Yeah, he wanted to know what letter it started with.
Wart. Damn
it. I'm gonna go. I'm right on one of them. I mean, it's a preservative and we'll say flavor.
Correct. Flavor
Okay.
and preservatives.
My fear was that like the flavor was a byproduct and not an initial thought for it. But all right, cool.
You're getting shut out right now.
Last 2 questions.
Yeah, I'll go beer this time.
Ferris, why are most beer bottles brown or green?
Oh man, I've heard this so many.
You've heard this from me on this very
I know.
Honestly, I'm angry when I hear what this is because I know that I know. This, and
I know it.
When I passed my Cicerone level 1,
gosh, I'm going to be so mad at myself.
I know what it can help to, but I can't remember why.
Yeah, it's.
You got this.
I'm trying real hard. I'm terrible at these kind of games. I want to say it's something with sunlight and preventing the sunlight from ruining the beer upon the bottling process.
What is that term called?
Oh, damn, that wasn't part of the question.
We said it on this pod.
I know, and I'm really, I'm going to kick myself.
Wet bulb temperature.
This episode, we said it.
Wet bulb temperature. Wet bulb temperature.
Wet bulb
global temperature. There you go.
We said it on this.
We did.
It's gonna you nuts.
Seisma, Samsonite. Assaulmination.
It prevents skunking.
Skunking. Have we said skunking?
We did.
We did. Yeah.
You said it in this pod earlier.
Skunking, yeah.
Pre-skunked beer, I think is what you guys called that earlier.
Right.
Beer. Correct. Okay.
Which is caused by UV rays from the sun.
So I was correct in the reason why. I couldn't remember the next term.
Correct.
Okay.
So you got a point there.
Woo!
All right. Blake, last question.
Soccer
or beer history?
Am I back to soccer? I'm back to soccer now.
Yeah. Okay. Which team won the European Cup in 1967 with a team entirely born within 30 miles of the stadium.
Oh,
Wait, you won the European Cup in 67.
Yep. With a team entirely born within 30 miles of the stadium.
in the stadium of their home stadium or where they played the game at?
Their stadium.
I think it's that year. Isn't that England?
European Cup would be club, right?
Correct.
Oh, I was thinking of the
Not
the European International. Got you. So European Cup, 30 minutes from their stadium. 67.
You like a hint that you're owed?
I'm trying to think of a small country that would have been like, wow, that's wild. They won the European Cup. But I got to narrow it down to an actual club. Let's just say it's still got to be a fairly well-known enough club, right? Well, Milan.
Incorrect.
Was it Manchester United and the Bubsy Babes?
No. Sorry.
What year was that?
It is Celtic.
Celtic.
Oh, that would have made sense. Small. Yeah. I could see that. It's just okay. Cool, man.
All right.
That's a tough one.
It's 2-1, and we're gonna have one lightning question, and winner takes all. You each get a guess. Closest to without going over is the answer I'm looking for. Okay. What is the record for the most red cards given in a single soccer game? And no, it's not Chelsea.
Single record for most red cards given in a single soccer game.
68 was what I was thinking of. Sorry.
Is that your answer?
No. Sorry. I was looking up when it was the next year. I had the year. 12.
Ferris says 12.
Let's go with 22.
22.
Everybody got thrown out. Like they threw out the whole team.
Blake is closest.
Okay, well done.
36 is the answer.
So team
sending
bench.
off the teams, the benches,
All
managers.
players, substitutes, and coaches were sent off in a 5th-tier Argentine match in 2011.
Holy cow.
They added the Argentine soccer world.
Evidently.
Gentlemen, congratulations. That's all the beer news fit to drink.
That was fun. I like that.
I just didn't want to have depressing beer news again.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, that was fun. That was fun.
That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Ron.
All right, Ferris.
Congrats, Blake.
Yeah, that was well fought. We were both terrible.
Hey, I didn't get shut out at least. I at least got one in.
Let's take
I was like the Spurs this week. I at least got one in.
you got one in. And like Jokeres, I got 2 in. Maybe that's the start of a beautiful new scoring round. Take us home with the La Liga's roundup.
All right. Well, first, I'm going to pass it over to the correspondent on the Scottish League, Mr. Blake McManus.
Oh, the Scottish Premier League. Up in Scotland, in Edinburgh, in fact, at Tynecastle Park over the wee old weekend. League leaders Hearts, who we have seen have a wonderful kit, by the way, were able to maintain their 5-point lead atop the Scottish Premier League with a 1-0 win over Falkirk. Oh, the place where William Wallace was betrayed. Such a sad place. Courtesy of Islam Chesnikov goal in the 45th minute, Hearts were able to once again extend their lead at the top with a wee bit of help from Livingston, who drew with the Rangers up 2-0 at the time before a Livingston red card in the 60th. Rangers were able to scrap back 2 goals late further west over in Glasgow. Celtic gave up their comeback following an Austin Trusty. What a great name, by the way, Austin Trusty. Red card in the 74th minute. 14 minutes later, the wonderful 5th place of Hibs of Hibernian, courtesy of the Welshman Kaya Andrews. You know what? We like the Welsh. Bugger on the English, but we do like the Welsh. His goal in the 88th minute to keep Celtic 6 points behind the jammed Hearts of Midlothian Football Club. And we ask, now with only 5 matches left in the Premier League, can Heart hang on with their 5-point lead to win the league? When was the last time they won it? Have they?
Come on, Hearts.
I know, right?
Come on, man.
And I think the deal was that if Hearts win, we get a kit.
Yep,
yes.
Yep. Now 100%. As you can hear, Blake and I, when's the last time Hearts won?
Yeah, I know. I was like, wait, let's see. Let's see. First in Scottish Premier League.
Have they ever?
Wait,
1959 through 1960, the 59-60 year season.
And listen, they can do it. I mean, they were a little bit up and down here in the past few weeks, but here's their last 5 games.
They've won it 4 times, by the way, 59-60, and they retained it to complete a league and League Cup double. The only club outside of the old firm to achieve such a feat.
Yes, indeed. All right. So here's the rest of their 5 matches they played. They don't play a team above 6. They play teams 7 through essentially 12. Hearts and Aberdeen, Kilmarnock Hearts, Hearts Dundee, Livingston Hearts, and they end with Motherwell.
That's doable.
So Motherwell's the only team up there in 4th at the moment. So that's the last game of which could be a big one, but right now they have a 10-point lead over Motherwell, 4 points over Rangers, and 6 points over Celtic.
I just shared their 3rd kit with you, gents. That one is actually pretty sweet.
Gorgeous.
I do like
that black one is pretty.
The burgundy one's good, but that black one,
I would,
that golden heart, that's pretty sweet looking. Yeah.
That is.
Oh,
you know,
and their white one's really sharp too. We saw that.
You know where I'll be in October of this year?
Scotland.
I'll be in Scotland.
All right. Well, you got our mailing address. So as you go by stadiums,
yeah,
bringing that by, catch some Scottish Premier League games in October.
Exactly.
I love that.
All right. Let's move on quickly here because we are a little bit behind on time. But the real quick, we're going to talk Champions League. The Champions. But we are going to stay with the women's first because last week in the round of 16, you had teams advance. You had Arsenal advanced over Ode Hervé Leuven. I might have said that right. Real Madrid advanced over Paris Saint-Germain. Wolfsburg came atop of Juventus, a very good win for Wolfsburg. Man United, what a absolute 2 ties for them. Man United women, 5-0 on aggregate over Atletico Madrid. All of those teams advanced. Now, they advanced to teams that have already gone through, like your Chelseas and that sort of thing. So here's kind of where we get to in the next round. In the quarterfinals, you have Man United is going to take on Bayern. What a match. You have a derby, and Real Madrid will take on Barcelona. You have another derby, Arsenal take on Chelsea. And then you have Wolfsburg taking on Lyon. What a set of matches in the quarterfinals. All those are due to take place at the end of March, so we got to wait a little bit, unfortunately. March 25th, March 24th and March 25th. Arsenal, Chelsea 24th, along with Wolfsburg, Olympique Lyonnais, and then Man United, Bayern, and Real Madrid, Barcelona on the 25th. So that's an update from the Women's Champions League. Now on to the Men's Champions League, which concluded today, the knockout rounds. And you had the following teams advance. You had PSG advanced over Monaco, but hairs on the chin, 5-4 in aggregate. You had Galatasaray advanced over Juventus. Juventus made a little bit of a game of it today to come back, but in extra time of that one, Galatasaray went ahead. Real Madrid, they did advance over Benfica. They played today, and a little bit of an update. The midfielder, Pelestrani, was suspended 1 game. However, the hearing on his abuse is not yet done. This was kind of while we're hearing out the hearing, if you will, they suspended him for a game. No Jose in this. He was because of his red card last time, so he was up in the stands. But they were able to advance over Benfica 3-1. Atalanta came back today in Italy to beat Borussia Dortmund, my Dortmund, and they ended up advancing 4-3 on aggregate. That was after a 3-1 game in Dortmund. Atalanta 4-1 or 4-0 today, I believe. No, sorry, was it a? Yeah, no, it was a 2-0 to Dortmund, and then it was 4-1 today, and that was your 4-3 aggregate as Atalanta move on. Newcastle just care bag. They didn't really stand a chance. 9-3 on aggregate. Atletico Madrid turned it on the other day, 4-7 on aggregate over Club Brugge. The surprising strategy here from Bodo Glimt was
top notch.
They advanced 5-2 on aggregate, and it really wasn't even all that close. 3-1 in the first match, and then beat Inter in Milan there 2-1 today. And then finally you had Bayern Leverkusen 2-0 over Olympiacos as they advance. All right, so the draw is going to happen this Friday on that. And here's kind of how it could play out. It's kind of odd, but in the draw, PSG either gets Barcelona or Chelsea. Galatasaray either gets Liverpool or Tottenham. Real Madrid will be drawn with Sporting or Man City. Atalanta will either be drawn with Bayern or Arsenal. Newcastle could either be drawn with Chelsea or Barcelona. Remember, English clubs can play each other. Spanish clubs can play each other as soon as we get to this next round here. Atletico Madrid will either play Tottenham or Liverpool. Bodo Glimt will either play Man City or Sporting. And then Leverkusen could either play Bayern or Arsenal. Again, that draw takes place here on the East Coast at 6 a.m. this Friday. So keep a lookout for that.
Can I I'm gonna throw something out, man.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all those English clubs.
Yeah.
Last year, the 24-25 season when it ended, clubs were scoring 86 goals. You know, Liverpool would like to win the league, 86 goals, 84 points. Look how many English clubs are in the Champions League. And I don't know if it's as much teams aren't doing as well this year, or the Premier League's just a lot more challenging this year. There's a lot of clubs that have been doing very well. I mean, just look at all that are in here. I mean, even Spurs are doing good in Champions League comparatively.
Yeah, it's definitely the strongest league.
Yeah.
It's showing. That's why once again they'll probably get that fifth spot for the Premier League. Will get that fifth spot for the Champions League qualifications. So we'll see.
So who's your secondary club right now? Because mine's Bodo Glimt.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Dudes like,
come on, Bodo.
Yeah,
let's
man.
do that.
Yeah.
Man. All right. Moving across the pond to the MLS. It was the first weekend here. I was going to kind of go through all the matches. I am not going to do that. Let's kind of go over some highlights here. FC Cincinnati beat Atlanta 2-0 in Cincinnati. The Red Bulls beat Orlando City here in Orlando. Orlando did not look good at all in the first half. A little bit better in the second half. Got a very, very late goal to salvage something out of that game. But, yeah, they did not look good. Michael Bradley's first game here. First game in charge. And
you got to see him
looking pretty squared away.
Exactly. Austin FC and Minnesota United 2-2 draw. No James Rodriguez in this one yet. FC Dallas beat Toronto 3-2. Dynamo beat Fire 2-1. Nashville beat New England Revolution. Timbers up there in Portland beat Columbus 3-2. San Diego blanked. I mean, absolutely blanked Montreal 5-0. Doesn't look like San Diego lost a beat from last season. And San Jose, a lot of promise in there. I don't think Timo Werner played in this one quite yet, but they won 3-0 against Sporting KC. Timo Werner didn't play because of some visa issues of trying to get in the country. And then the big one this weekend.
Know where this is going.
Yeah, right. Los Angeles FC, LAFC, beat the champions, Inter Miami, 3-0 at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. So not where LAFC play, but a different location, and sold it out like 70,000, something like that. Mwanga got on the score sheet. David Martinez and Nathan Ordaz, 3-0 against Miami. And guess who had to stop who from going into the restroom after the game?
Sorry, to be clear, the referee's room.
Correct.
I only say that because when you said the ref's room, it sounds like the rest room.
I heard restroom as well. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, yes.
The referee's room at the end of the game.
Luis Suarez
Had to stop Messi.
Because Messi was
he was quite hot.
His acting talent was on display quite a bit.
Oh yeah,
throughout this match when it wasn't going his way, and the calls weren't going his way, and he wasn't getting his preferential treatment.
Sure,
him getting hit in the shoulder and flying to the ground, holding his face, rolling around he was a Brazilian player in the World Cup.
Is it like because the MLS is now going to be for free on Apple TV, so they're like, yeah, we don't care about Messi. We're not going to touch anymore.
Yeah, I don't think we said that at the beginning of the year.
We did last episode. We did.
It's not behind paywall. Yeah, we did when we did the top 5 things. We won't pick our things of the season this week. We'll tell you what, we'll do it mid-March, because that's when the transfer deadline for
the MLS real season that still feels like a preseason is over.
Correct.
Yes.
And guess who Orlando City is currently linked with, gentlemen?
Hey, I was gonna say, man, champions.
That'll be great if it happens.
By the way, every time I hear his name, all I think about, and this is the reason I wanted to be on there, especially, is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yep.
Whatever, Griezmann. Griswold, sir. Yes.
Okay, Greaseball.
Yeah.
Yep. Griezmann from Atletico Madrid is in advanced talks, apparently, from Tom Bogert and a few others at the Athletic. We have the discovery right, so that's a good thing, gentlemen. We also have
you wrote that in the text thread. Like, I couldn't help but laugh.
Right. We also have a dedicated DP spot, which the team down south does not, so they cannot get him unless they offload another DP. Luis Suarez retires, something along those. I'm trying to think Luis Suarez is even in a DP spot, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he is.
I don't think so.
So we'll see how that plays out. That'd be very exciting. Speaking of Inter and Orlando, that's going to be one of the premier matches this weekend, Sunday, March 1st.
Where Ferris finally gets to see Messi.
We might see him. There's been no news. The league came out. I read this in the Athletic the other day. They were looking at maybe a possible suspension. We're like, oh, great. The league might suspend him just for this because of, whatever. Well, Major League Soccer has since stated that Messi violated no rules by going after the match officials and is therefore unlikely to face any punishment. The area he walked into, for the matter of seconds, was not a restricted space, nor was it a locker room used by the referee. But the incident did a good job of underlining how bad an evening Miami experienced and LA had. So yeah, he's not suspended. There's no long we know he's fit. There's no indication now that he's not going to be on the bus, plane, helicopter, or however they get up here come this Sunday. We might actually get to see Messi in the flesh here. And that.
Oh, wait. Can I give the quick National League North update for the?
Yes,
league?
please go.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, I don't know how many pods talk about Darlow in the National League North, but I'm glad that we do, since our buddy Lee listens. But they just had a big win against their rivals, Merthyr Town, 3-1. Not a club they normally beat. They had a slightly rough run in the National League North. To get above, you have one team gets promoted, then 2 through 7 have a playoff. So this has moved Darlington into the 6th spot into the playoff at 32 games played as they fight for a spot. And they are a club fighting hard for a spot to get above, because what is just above National League North, Ferris? I'm trying to remember. National. So at any rate, for the couple of people that might listen over and around the Darlow area, there's your Darlington update. Back into the playoff spots, sitting at 6 on 53 points, with above them 56 points, 63 points, and then it really is a gap at first and second at 72 points. But
hey, listen, They got a plus 15 goal difference though. Go on, Darlow.
Yeah, they've been scoring like very well. Don't look at the top of the table. Those top two teams at 44 goal. Those are ridiculous. But so Darlington moves back into playoff spot.
Real quick, you know who Miami has put on their discovery rights list?
Oh, I don't.
KDB.
Oh, Kevin, I did know that. I saw that. They discovered
that makes a lot of sense. Hey, listen, we discovered. I'm sure he did there, as did we, Griezmann, and whatever. And that has been your La Liga's roundup.
Boom on this pod. As far as beers are concerned, we only had one, but I had the Jimmy Juice Blanco ginger fizzy ginger tequila and ginger drink. Friggin' delicious from Jimmy Juice.
Great Northern Brewing Company's original full strength 4.2% ABV lager.
That great's doing
Heart, that's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
that word great's doing a lot of work.
Yeah, not at all.
And then the good beer we had from Stone and Wood Brewing is their Pacific Ale, which is a pale ale.
Yeah, and I wish I would have had the full can of that one.
That was quite good.
That was tasty. Absolutely.
Boom.
That's
Ferris, you got his Latan quote to bring us home?
Oh, I sure do. Tell me when to stop.
Now.
Okay, here we go. This is going to be a long one. I heard Beckham's decision, and it made me think, who is most deserving of all the money that I, Zlatan, am paid? The answer is Zlatan. The children of Paris are not leading League One in goals this season. I am. I have 20 goals. The best players have 12. 12. If anything, the children of Paris should be giving me even more money for having the privilege of being in the same city as my incredible quality. As so should David Beckham. Call it a Zlaritable donation.
Speaking of the gift that keeps on giving, I can't believe there's still great quotes to pull out of that thing.
I had not heard that one before. That one's pretty darn good.
There's only one Zlatan.
You still got this. Yeah, you still got that. I forgot you still got all the good ones in there.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That's pretty good. For what do I do now? Oh, I say where we are. TheBrewtifulGame.com. That sounds like I just totally lost my place. Catch us on TheBrewtifulGame.com. Untapped. We're slinging up some of our beers. We're going to get our website updated to get more of our beer lists on there. Just so you can go through and see everything that we've tried. We need that too, because Blake keeps forgetting what the hell we've had and haven't had, because at 277, 78 episodes over at, we've gone through a lot. And it's remarkable that we've gone long enough that I forget beers because they were, I don't know, from 2016, which doesn't seem like it was that long ago, but it was a decade, guys, just so we're aware. Like, that's wild.
Long time ago.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, we started a pod with Premier League One by Leicester, and right now the finest training grounds you've ever seen will be in League One after this season, most likely, with Leicester. That's nuts. Yep. 10 years later. But follow us, rate and review us on any podcast catchers like Apple Podcasts you listen to, or mostly just tell friends and family about us. That's how we get more listeners. Gentlemen, here you go. Dog was sick. Was not doing well with a fever. Took him to the vet, and the vet, what's the equivalent of like the nurse? It's not like the vet, but like the vet tech or whatever. Tech. Yeah, the vet tech. When the vet left, they were like, "Look, if you're trying to save money, the vet's not going to tell you this, but if your dog's got a fever, just go to the store and buy some mustard. It's the best thing for a hot dog." We are the Brewtiful Game. Love the beer, cherish the game, the Brewtiful Game. I do it for Ferris's face at the end. That's what it's all for me.
This was like the beer face that I had earlier in the pod.
It was the exact same look.